Welcome to We're Doing It, the Adam and Michael podcast, and I am Adam Choi in Los Angeles, California.
And welcome, I'm Michael Firestone, sitting next to Adam.
You love my welcome.
I love it.
Everybody loves the welcome.
It's all the rage. The kids are saying it.
Yeah, we've talked about it before, but it's just, naturally came to me.
Yeah. Hashtag
it comes
welcome.
natural.
Yeah.
Hashtag welcome to We're Doing It. How are you? What's up, man? Talk to me. Talk to me. Where are we? We're in Los Angeles.
I actually went running for like the first time in forever the other night, and I listened to one of our episodes.
That's good.
And it reminded me of the episode because you asked me, "Hey, how you doing?" And you're like, would I ask you if it wasn't on the show? And I'm like, probably not. I don't.
Yeah, people will say casually to each other, "What's up?" But
yeah,
sometimes that's like a rhetorical question. What's up? That people don't really want to know.
Yeah,
it's not really an invitation.
What would be in today's modern time? Like, how are you?
In modern time is what?
Well,
what means genuinely asking how are you?
Yeah, like what if I really wanted to know? Like, hey, hi. Like, what would you say to me? Hey, how you doing, buddy?
No, I think it's just how it's not really about the words. I think it's more about the tone, the intention, the body language, the eye contact, like how serious someone is.
Right on. Okay.
Like you could say, what's up? Like, that's just hi. But like, what's up? That tone.
He raises eyebrow.
Yeah, the raising eyebrow, tilted head. Tone. That's how you
should. Have you ever thought about
concern.
Getting into the mime business? I think you could mime.
Mime.
Yeah.
But I like talking sometimes.
Well,
I like talking too much actually.
The rest of the episode, Adam will be practicing his miming.
No.
So
could I do this? Should I try to do the box right now? Describe for people. How did that go? It looked more like I was inside a ball.
It reminded me of that Austin Powers. So tell me, it was like, here's me in a nutshell, and then he like acts like he's in a nutshell. It's me in a nutshell.
Yeah,
he's laying on the bed.
Yeah, you did the hand gestures yourself.
I did too. Yeah,
that was good. It looked like a little dance, a jig. But you know what I wanted to talk about? What I want to talk about, because we are in Los Angeles, and of course the Dodgers are in the World Series. So the city is kind of excited about that, and the Lakers and the Clippers. I mean, just the Lakers.
Yeah.
Some people like the Clippers. Yeah. Some people like the Clippers.
I'm wearing a old Kobe Lakers
But you're
jersey
a Clippers fan.
Right now. I am a Clipper. Well, if I had to pick a team out of the NBA, I'd pick the Clippers.
Yeah.
But
you're not hardcore.
No. But I'm more of like a player, a fan of players, or certain.
But I've seen you expressing
with the Clippers
disappointment with the Clippers.
Oh yeah, I mean
emotion. I've seen emotion. I think I've seen some emotion with you when it comes to the Clippers. I mean that's what makes a fan.
If we're talking about the playoffs,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
you become a bigger. Clippers
fan. If your team's in the playoffs, all of a sudden you
become a fan.
Yeah, it's like...
it's exciting to get caught up.
Right.
In it. Sports with a Z, as we like to say.
But yeah, the Dodgers are in the World Series. And...
it's exciting.
You've been watching the games, right?
No, not really.
No.
I haven't.
What kind of a baseball fan is that?
I have an app. No, I've been following, and I've been watching. I watched the last couple of innings. I haven't made an effort to sit down and watch too many games in the playoffs from start to finish.
Yeah,
I'm a Mets fan.
Are you watching?
Come on,
I don't
care that much about.
Are you watching the games less because the Dodgers are in them?
No, I'm just not watching it because.
So if it was if it was the Cubs and the Astros, it wouldn't make a difference to you.
If the Cubs haven't won a World Series in like last year. Last year I was probably more interested because of the Cubs story. It's been a century. Yeah. But this year with the Astros and the Dodgers, I even living in LA, I'm just that much of a Mets fan where I don't really care that much. And in fact, I'm actually rooting against the Dodgers. I'm rooting for the Astros to win. Does that make me a bad person?
Houston's strong.
That I want to be surrounded by disappointed people? Is that bad? You know what it is? I'll be happy for, my friends who are Dodgers fans if the Dodgers win the World Series. I'm just not hoping to see that.
Yeah.
If it was the Dodgers versus the Yankees, that would be a tough thing for me. Because the Mets and Yankees kind of are rivals. They're not really. They're just based on geography.
Fellow New York team.
Yeah, so between the city that I'm living in with annoying fans and the Yankees and their annoying fans.
Yeah, I was
lose situation.
I was hoping for L.A., New York.
Yeah, so was the media.
Yeah. There would have been a lot of Yankee fans at the Dodger game.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, friends were saying that that would definitely drive up the price.
Oh yeah.
Are you interested in going to any games? Would you want to go to a game?
Even I wouldn't pay to go for sure. But like if you gave me a free ticket, I guess I would go just to like, hey, it's a World Series.
What about Clippers? Okay, what about Clippers in the finals?
Would I go to that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, would I pay for it?
Yeah, I mean, I guess how interested would you look into it?
Here's the thing, though. What was on my mind just now as I was answering you was the fact that you can watch a game at home on your TV in HD, you get 50 fucking different like camera angles and stats and announcer, and you're on your couch.
No, it's a good experience at home.
Yeah, so I guess it also depends on where your seats are too. I probably imagine like if you're gonna watch a basketball game from like, I don't know, if you just want to be there for the experience. Then
the experience. I think that's why everyone goes. It's for the experience.
Yeah.
To say you went somewhere. Is that the same thing as experiences? Do those mean the same thing?
It's like that's deep. Memory stays with you, right? It's ingrained into you.
Yeah. I'm gonna back it up on a hard drive. Elon Musk and Bill Gates and Steve Jobs Jr. are gonna combine their heads. And I'm going to have a hard drive attached to my head someday.
Is there a Steve Jobs Jr.?
I have no idea. Steven Jobs.
Stevie?
Stevie? Do you think anyone called him Stevie?
Probably.
At his work, ever? Hey, Stevie, Mr. Jobs. I haven't seen any of the movies or really read too much about the guy, so no. I bet that information was in there, like people who had nicknames for him. Because if you're that prominent, I'm sure some people have nicknames for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's cool that the Dodgers are in the World Series. It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's fun. I love baseball. I'm gonna especially elimination games, when it gets to game 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, when someone could win the whole goddamn thing.
What's your prediction, or do you have one on the series?
I said Dodgers in 7 was my prediction.
Yeah. All right.
So I feel like, do I really believe that, or am I just hedging my bets? Because I'm, in the sense that I'm rooting against the Dodgers, but I'm predicting them to win. So if they win, it's like, I told you so. But if they lose, it's like, hell yeah. Unhappy baseball fans around me. Other unhappy, disappointed baseball fans around me, at least to some degree.
Sports is amazing, right?
Sports is amazing. Should we define what we mean when we say sports with a Z? I feel like maybe we should explain that.
Have we not?
I think we touched on it a little bit, but basically, you can I'll
go for it.
But I think it's the idea that we get into sports so much in our teams and players that it becomes a distraction from life, or we put too much emotional emotions into too much. We put too much emotions into sports, and there's always it's not logical how much attention we put to it. We should be putting our attention on more important things than sports.
Yeah. Because when it comes down to it, sports, it's just games that don't really, maybe if you're betting on it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who wins the championship.
Right.
It really does not matter in your life.
Yeah.
But how much time do you by you, I mean me.
or people, a lot of people.
Yeah, focus on, is my team going to win the championship?
Right.
Just that question alone, like, how much energy and time, and that could be better spent doing, so many amazing things that help other people. And,
So yeah, sports with the Z is like, just kind of.
Yeah, basically what happens is like, I'll be texting with this guy, and I'll be like, hey, did you see Lonzo Ball scored 20 points last night and had 11 assists, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'll come across, I'm sure, as, like, excited about this, or like, whoa, did you see? And you're like, sports with a Z.
Yeah.
Sports with a Z, reminding me that like who really gives a shit about this?
Right, but then I think that was the first alternate spelling that we used, and then it's
one of the more original ones
but it spawned off onto
for better or worse.
Chicks with an X.
Oh man,
CHIX.
We're gonna get in trouble too soon. TWO soon.
Because that's another thing that I've
TO soon.
Chicks, women, have you give a lot of attention to at times, and it affects your life a lot, and so you can.
Yeah, no, it's okay. There's no harm. There's no. You're not trying to be mean spirited. And you know what, women. I've also seen that they use like sometimes. I haven't seen it too much, but maybe they're on the internet. Is women with a Y, W, because they don't want to spell men, MEN, so they spell it with a Y. So everybody's doing it. It's the hip thing to do is spell things incorrectly on purpose.
Yeah,
you don't want to spell things incorrectly by accident.
Do kids still learn how to write in cursive?
I don't know if they do anymore. I know a lot of school districts, if not all of them, did get rid of that. I remember seeing news stories about that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
No, that's fine.
It's fine? It's fast? If you're writing, it's faster to write in cursive than writing printed. So that's like...
Yeah,
so I think that there's value to it.
Because you don't lift the
It's harder to read, though.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, if you're going to write like legibly in cursive, it takes a little bit of time.
That don't look like an R. Looks like a fucking messed up N. Remember a cursive R?
Oh, yeah.
It's the more boxy N.
It's just like it's like an N with like a flat top.
We can talk about our least favorite cursive letters. I'm picturing them in my head.
And then you got the uppercase are different.
I don't even remember how to write a few uppercase ones. I'll be on. Do I remember Q? G? G, I remember G. G's a tough one, but I remember G. H. A capital Z. I'm not sure how to write in cursive. I would just make a Z and then like add my own custom.
Just a regular style Z.
Should we try to write out a cursive alphabet right now, and then show it to each other, and then put it on the internet for people to see?
I
mean, we could pause we could actually say we're going to pause right now. We're going to write down the alphabet in cursive thing, and then make fun of each other for it.
All right, let's do that.
No, I don't want to do that.
You got to go with the flow.
No, we don't want to do that. That would kill the flow if we like turned off the podcast. We'd be like, let's just do something else, and we forget to say peace, love, cookies. Can't have that.
We could have already drawn the alphabet or written out the alphabet.
Yeah, probably not me.
I don't even have paper.
Still make me do capital letters. Yeah, I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, lowercase, the capitals.
Yeah, one step at a time. Are there cursive numbers?
Oh my god.
No,
oh man. Maybe, I don't know. Roman numerals.
You ever try to do math with Roman numerals? That I don't.
Dude, I can't.
That'll hurt your head
with regular numerals.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, but did you say who you were rooting for in the World Series? We'll wrap this baseball talk up.
Tangent, crazy fever. Yeah, I'm rooting for the
Dodgers.
The Dodgers. I mean, kind of like you were saying, like I have a lot of friends and family that are Dodger fans, and like when I was a kid, I was. My parents were Dodger fans. I'd go to Dodger games here and there. And
you know what the problem is for me is that the Mets haven't won. The Mets last won in '86, and the Dodgers last won the championship, the whole thing, in '88. Mm-hmm. So if the Mets won, let's say the Mets had 4 championships in the last 8 years, I'd be like, oh, I'll let the Dodgers get their one. It's cool with me. I'd be happy. I'd be more excited. I'd probably be rooting for it, but it's I'm too bitter and jealous to be happy. I will be happy, but to be rooting for it.
Yeah.
The struggle is real. Sports with a Z.
With a Z.
So, shall we move on to today's feature topic?
We should. Yeah.
We should? Yeah, we should change it on the fly. Yeah, I went to a...
How do you... what's your segue?
There is no segue. I'm just gonna start.
Yeah.
Well, that was the segue. I just had the segue.
Awkward segue. I like.
Yeah.
I had one. I had one
segue.
too. Yeah.
You had one.
Yeah.
From baseball talk to sensory deprivation tank. I don't know if they're all called that, but basically, I'll try to explain what this is and how I ended up there. It's something my wife had mentioned to me some time back, but basically it's
my wife.
It's more of a float tank. Actually, you float. Imagine like you're in the Dead Sea. You know, you can't sink. It's like you don't need. Imagine like not wearing a life vest and feeling like you're wearing one. That's kind of the vibe of it anyway. But it's supposed to be relaxing, and you do it in the dark, and you go to this place, and you just lay in the water. And my wife was like, "Oh, that sounds pretty relaxing."
The only time I've heard of it was from like Joe Rogan had talked about. I don't remember where I heard him talk about. It's probably
some LA thing, more so.
Yeah, you can kind of have like get to a special place. It's a unique
meditative state.
Yeah,
people use it for different things. People use it to relax. People use it to think. People use it to solve one problem. People use it to not think about anything. Yeah. It's kind of what you want to make of it while you're in there. But I figured I'd kind of like tell the chronological the thing, and you jump in, and But yeah, so this is something my wife mentioned. We are doing it to me sometime back, expressing some interest in. So I booked it for us for our anniversary, our 2-year anniversary this past few weeks ago.
Did you get a Groupon or?
I looked there first. If we're being
heck yeah,
completely heck yeah. Do people say that now? Millennials say heck yeah.
Heck yeah. As
like
opposed
ironically,
to what? Hell yeah.
Heck yeah. Napoleon Dynamite said that, but.
So you checked no dice on the Groupon.
And I did some Groupon stuff, research, and I went on Yelp. And I ultimately decided on this one place. You know what it is? I go. I think it was 4.5 stars. I'm okay with 4, but for the wife, it's got to be 4.5.
Yeah.
I have lower standards.
You got to look at the
as you all might guess,
number of reviews as well, though, because sometimes if it's got like 4 stars, but it's got like 2,000 reviews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's true. I factored in, but I figured let me try to focus on the again something pretty good for the anniversary. So I booked this place. I called them up and I went on the website and I'm looking up all the research and they're telling how it's the like the Dead Sea kind of thing or whatever. So we went there and we waited for a little bit and then she went into her. It's like a separate room. It's like we each go into our own room, and it's like she went into like a pod, and mine looked more like a big shower almost, but like with water up to like maybe like 1.5 foot, probably about a foot, water deep, and it was cool.
It was in a bathtub. What was the?
Yeah, you're in water.
Right.
You float. It's a float tank.
So you go in a room, and then there's a tank that's 1.5 feet deep.
Well, she was in a different one than I was. Hers was like a pod. It looked more like a little spaceship or like a flying UFO type thing. Don't ask me how it...
I gotta check this out.
No, so hers was more like a pod. Like a tanning salon almost. Like a bigger, rounded kind of tanning salon. Within a room that has a shower. It's a private room. You have your own room.
You guys can't go together?
No. Everyone, you have your own room. But mine looked different than hers.
Okay.
And it was more like a boxy, kind of like big rectangular type shower, but there was like water, all with like a tub. It was like a tub.
They told you which room to go to. Because why couldn't you go to the pod?
We could have, and I was thinking if we're going to do this another time, that we'll switch it up. Yeah, exactly.
Nice, there you go.
But dude, I went in there, and you're also in your birthday suit. They recommend. You can wear a bathing suit if you want, but they recommend because they want you to be more like free and relaxed and like not conscious of like fabric.
Sure. So
don't go in there with my gold chain.
So you go into your own room and shut the door, and then you disrobe, and then you get into the water. I think
they wanted you to shower beforehand to wash off like all my dirt so I don't fuck up the water with all my jizz and feces. Yeah. Let's just say it.
You soil the water.
Yeah.
E. coli outbreak.
They're like, wash, shower beforehand. I already showered this morning. What you
want? Did you bring shampoo?
They provide all that.
So you, like a full shampooed shower.
I don't think you have to shampoo. I think they wanted you to rinse off.
Yeah.
They said, I think it was rinse off. But they also give you, because the water is filled with, magnesium or whatever. So it's super, like, I guess, salty. Mm-hmm. So that's something to be aware of. Don't, like, open your eyes under there. I accidentally splashed some water in my eyes. And it did take me, like, 5-10 minutes to not be in pain. So that kind of
that was a little downer.
That took me out of the zone a little bit. But it went by pretty fast overall.
All right, so
we can go back.
Yeah, we'll go back. So you do the shower. What do you?
Well, I'm pointing at because
so you do the shower and then you
can apply some of this vitamin A and D or whatever you got over there to any cuts you may have, because otherwise that'll burn obviously in the water.
A little packet of
ointment. So I rubbed that all over my body.
Did you really? Yeah.
On my eyes, in my ears, every orifice. No. So after that, I think that's just that's all the pregame.
Is there a video you watch, or do they to give you a little like?
There was a little talk. There wasn't a video. I thought you were gonna ask, is there a video camera in there? I hope not. Jesus Christ.
Hey, we're all friends here.
Hey, we are. But yeah, it was cool.
So you lay down in the water. Was it warm?
Yes, actually, it's interesting because they wanted to mimic the outside temperature of your skin. Okay. Because your skin temperature is actually lower than your
body.
Yeah, your body is 98.6 or whatever is normal. Right. But your skin is, I don't know off the top of my head, but it's usually like 93, 94. I guess it was touching the air. So I don't know. Okay. Science, biatch. But yeah, so they want the water to be more like your skin temperature, because they want you to lose the sense of, really lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. No, they want you to not feel a difference between your body and the water. Yeah, so that's why they make it the same temperature. But I found that kind of frustrating a little bit, because I'm like, if this water was 99.6 or like 100.
You'd be like, oh, man.
Yeah. But it's not about that.
Right.
It's about something else.
Yeah. And is it dark in there? Is there any lighting?
Well, there's lights there's like these little, what do you call the little blue lights? LED lights, maybe? I don't know. But there's lights that you can turn on, and there's like a radio that not radio, but like
you can
music.
Play sounds or
the
Beatles.
Ambient Hard Day's Night. I'm splashing the water around, dancing in there. No, it's sounds of nature. No, I don't know. My music didn't work. I couldn't get it to work. I didn't really want to use the music anyway. I wanted to really try to.
So was it like pretty much dead silent in there?
Yeah. It was dark. And I think that's when I splashed myself in the eyes, when I tried to see my hand waving it in front of me. And then that's when I brought my hand out of the water too quickly and splashed myself in the eyes. They should really warn you even more about that, because obviously, don't dunk your head under the water. They say don't do shit like that, or it's obvious not to do that. Yeah. But you gotta be careful with the splashing, because it messes you up.
Is there a lifeguard on duty?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering what happens if some shit goes down and
can't you
what could really happen though that you don't? I think I had my phone in there. I think I had my phone if I really needed to. It's pretty safe. It's way more dangerous outside on Venice Boulevard.
Yeah. So how long were you laying in the water, floating?
We did an hour. We each did an hour, and it went by way faster than it didn't feel like an hour at all.
So no point were you overthinking or hey, this is did you
get
fall
bored,
asleep at all, or did you?
I didn't sleep. A lot of it was I feel like the first half especially is more figuring out what position is the most comfortable to lay in, because there's different things that people tend to do, and there's some people raise up their arms over their head and float that way. Other people put them out to the side, put them downward, palms down, palms up. And I found for me the most comfortable position was doing the Molly Shannon character on
putting your hands
under my armpit and the opposite armpit. And then smelling them like this. No, I found that the most comfortable, with my feet kind of together, real tightly.
Interesting. How do you sleep at night? What position?
On my side, I think more.
Okay.
Usually on my side, not like the Molly Shannon so much. But yeah, so I think what I would recommend for people who are doing this the first time is like when you get in there, like experiment a lot, like move around, don't splash, but move around in there, figure out like if definitely try to relax. And I think in one position, I think that should be the goal. Find what position is comfortable for you and get comfortable with the water. Move your legs around, move your arms around, try some different things for a few minutes. But that's the Molly Shannon SNL. What was Mary Catherine Gallagher.
Did they make a movie? Superstar.
Yeah. It's underrated.
I didn't see it.
I saw it, but I don't remember it. No, it wasn't good. I tried to watch it. That's what happened. Sorry.
What was that, like early 2000s? Or?
Will Ferrell was in it too. But
yeah, what year would you say that is?
I don't know. Probably early 2000s. Because if she was definitely 90s.
Yeah.
SNL.
Walk down memory lane.
But yeah, so find your position that's most comfortable. And I found that position comfortable because one thing is because it really felt like you wouldn't normally be in that position if you were in like a pool, you know, if you were in your pool or even like a bathtub, hot tub, whatever, the ocean, whatever normal swimming body of water you're in.
Right.
You wouldn't be in a Molly Shannon legs together or arms under your armpit position.
Right.
You'd be like floating, you'd be moving your arms. So I want to be like really try to let yourself go. And just float, let yourself float and not like be conscious of it in a sense. It's cool.
So you kind of felt like by taking away the movement of your arms and legs, like by kind of restricting yourself, like you almost like were able to like focus more on like being like one in the water.
I was like letting the water do all the work. I'm like, you know, as if I like kind of like lounging, you know, I'm just like kind of lounging. So as opposed to like if I had my arms up, I'd feel like, oh, I'm kind of like swimming or like active in a way. And
breaststroking.
Yeah. It's too much work to put my arms out.
Do they tell you not to lay on your stomach in the water?
I mean, I moved around. I did go on my stomach, but I didn't really settle on my stomach.
Yeah.
Because I think I probably had to crane my neck to keep it out of the water.
So the water was dead still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Go on.
Did you have any revelations or?
That's actually what I was just going to mention. No, I did not have any sort of. I think my wife definitely had more of a profound like effect on her in terms of like she was more. I want to do this again, and like it's really relaxing, and maybe it was. You know, I don't know. I can't speak to her experience entirely, but for me, it was just more like me in my head doing, you know, thinking about normal things that I think about, like, oh, what do I have to do later today? What am I going to eat for dinner? Like shit like that. I wasn't really thinking about any.
Do I need more baby white?
Yeah, I didn't like clear my head of. It wasn't like I had no thoughts, and it wasn't like I was thinking about like super deep things either.
It's whatever you're going to get out of it.
I felt maybe it was because after you get out.
Do you rinse off again?
Yeah, you rinse off again, so you take a hot shower. But after that, then I felt like really relaxed after that, like almost more relaxed than when I was in there afterwards. Like right after, they actually have this like they set up this area where you sit down on the ground. There's like a little table, like a little coffee table thing, and they have tea table. I guess you call it a tea table if it's tea. It's not a coffee table if there's not coffee on it, or is it?
Oh man,
no, that's a real question.
Tea table? I don't know. Well,
it's a coffee table. I don't make the rules. But, yeah, so I had tea and this other dude. There's some other guy there. My wife hadn't come out yet of her pod. So some other dude kind of got out about the same time I did. So I was sitting having tea with this dude. And he was actually on his lunch break from work or something. He's like, yeah, I got to go back to work and stuff. I'm like, oh. It wasn't his first time doing this.
Yeah.
But, yeah, when I was sitting down having the tea and afterwards, after the hot shower, after the floating, that's when I felt like super relaxed, like almost like kind of high in a sense.
And you were sober.
I was 100% sober, only hot water and magnesium. Magnesium is my new drug of choice. No, it was a good experience. But yeah, I think next time I would just be more aware of the splashing. I would definitely try to get into that position earlier, and I would just shut out the lights and.
No music. So if you go again, are you gonna try go with the same position or maybe try something new or try some
I'll probably do the same position, but one thing I did, and obviously maybe a different pod, a different room, different place even.
Right.
But one thing I did notice is that I feel like it does take a little getting used to not laying on your back with a pillow. Like, because your head's kind of like, you're not on a pillow, but you're also like being supported because you kind of don't need a pillow. But it's like a weird thing where you're like conscious of your neck a little bit. So I would almost like really try to maybe stretch my neck before I go in next time. Maybe even massage my neck a little bit and just really.
You want me to massage your neck? Is that right now?
I'm giving awkward look to the side. Confused look to the side. I don't know.
There was no confusion there.
There's plenty of confusion. Not on this side of the microphone here. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it to everyone to try it once, for sure. At least
give the listeners like a ballpark idea of what it would cost person to do that.
I would probably say, I mean, you could, depending on the place, you can probably do 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour, longer. But it's probably going to cost you somewhere between $50 to $120, a little.
So like maybe somewhat similar to like a massage.
Yes, exactly. That's the kind of ballpark. Because I actually was surprised my wife with this, but I told her to guess where I was taking her.
Yeah.
And one of the things she guessed was like, oh, is it massages or whatever? Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you're getting warmer. You're in the ballpark. Because it's kind of like a therapeutic spa type treatment. Yeah. Definitely in that ballpark.
She eventually guessed. Or did you have to tell her?
I think I gave another hint. I don't remember what that was.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Was she stoked?
She was. She was a little nervous. She's like, I don't know if I want to go into this coffin pod type thing, but she loved it.
So if you're like a claustrophobic type of person, it might be a little. I mean, I guess like getting into like a tanning booth can be a little.
I don't know.
Close quarters. I mean, everything's a different experience of its own. Like floating.
They did
in
say
water.
that most because that comes up. I feel like everyone thinks they're claustrophobic to some. I guess everyone really is claustrophobic to some degree.
Yeah.
I'm claustrophobic. I think my claustrophobia, my level, I mean, it's low, but it depends on how much danger there is. Like, if I'm in a rickety elevator that might get stuck and there's like 20 people in there, then I'm going to be claustrophobic. But, like, if I'm just home alone and in my small bathroom, Home Alone, no more Home Alone references. Too soon.
Can't say Home Alone.
Yeah, do you have any other thoughts about the sensory deprivation float tank?
I'd be down to try it.
Yeah, I think probably I can't imagine people have bad experiences there.
Right.
Other than if like services or facilities are like not up to par or something, but just the idea and concept, what it's supposed to be or what it could be. It's what you make of it.
Yeah. So does it feel, because of the makeup of the water, you're floating like it feels obviously very different than regular, just plain old water.
Yes, and there is one thing I should mention. This is specifically to
burn your penis.
No, the opposite. If you're a male, your parts actually are above the water. They float above the water.
Yeah.
Which is, and the air felt to me a little bit cooler than the water, so I found myself dunking things to stay warm.
Yeah.
Periodically dunking myself under. So that might be, I don't know, if you're ultimately relaxed, you forget, because the air is not cold.
Right.
It wasn't cold in there at all.
Yeah.
But like, it's still 90, imagine like being in 94 degree water, but your balls are, in the air. But the rest of your body's underwater. It's something to definitely get used to.
Can't wait to go now.
Yeah. I don't think it'll be a problem. Now, I made everyone conscious of it. So I ruined everyone's experience because they wouldn't even thought of that or dealt with it. They're like, oh, it is what it is. But now that he mentions it, you know what it is? It's like when you're watching, I think I mentioned this before too, but when you're watching a basketball game and someone in the room with a bunch of people in a living room and someone says, those shoes really squeak a lot. And that's all you can hear for the next
motherfucker.
5 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
Is sneakers.
Isn't it funny how stuff
selective hearing.
Yeah, it's like what you give your.
You can tune stuff out. To. It's pretty amazing. Hopefully, people don't tune us out. Hopefully, they tune us in and they can check us out because you know that we're on Podbean and iTunes, Stitcher, and Twitter, Facebook. We're doing it.
I actually downloaded Podbean. I'm familiar. It worked
the app or what?
I did the app.
Yeah, I use iTunes.
So many
old reliable
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube now they automatically upload. I set it up on the Podbean.
Man, technology.
Technology is right, but yeah, we're doing it. We covered a lot today. We covered a lot. This might be our tangent record today. That's not a bad thing. It is what it is.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Go with Flizzo.
Yeah, and we covered the Dodgers, World Series. I don't want to hit I'm drifting away because I'm...
He's falling asleep.
I'm looking at the monitor, but I don't want to accidentally stop the microphone with my elbow because I'm kind of leaning over. I am kind of getting a little tired, so maybe we should wrap it up. What else you got to say?
We have
what you got?
We got Borat and Fibbage to take care of.
Yeah, we're gonna do Fibbage too soon. We're gonna do it until Cookie
Masterson.
I would say Rojas is a Mets third base coach. Cookie Masterson, a fictional host in Fibbage, is gonna send us a summons for our trial. Bob Fibbage is gonna sue us.
Oh man!
All right, we gotta go. Should you take us out of here? What do you say?
All right, for Adam Choi, I'm Michael Firestone. Sending out peace, love, and cookies.
I see the sun and I watch it arise. Oh, good morning, good morning. I kiss my baby and I say goodbye. Oh, good morning, oh, good morning. I grab my coffee and I step outside. Oh, good morning, oh, good morning. And through the traffic I will survive. Oh, good morning, good morning. But the people that I'm passing, oh, they're too busy reacting. But I'm free from distraction. I'm caffeinated, I'm ready for action. Well, the alarm goes off, I wake up and start my day. Get up, shower and shave, and then I'm on my way. What can I say? I never let my sky turn gray. It's just another perfect day in the U.S. of L.A. Specifically, the San Fernando Valley. When we go Mad Street parking, we don't need the valet. Yeah, get out my way while I proceed to persuade everybody I see to have a beautiful day. So don't say I didn't want you. Look in the mirror and you're not in my warrior. Don't say I didn't want you. Look in the mirror and you're not in my warrior. Yeah. I got to work, yeah, I made it on time. It was a good morning, a good morning. I said hello to the assembly line. They had a good morning, a good morning. I got my task and I made it fine. Yeah, good morning, a good morning. And if I fail, well, at least I tried. I had a good morning, a good morning. The people, they're all acting like they ain't proud to be active. But the feet of my attraction, baby, I'm the first in a chain of reaction. Baby, so I don't say I didn't want you. I looked in the mirror and I'm not in my warrior. Don't say I didn't want you. I looked in the mirror and I'm not in my warrior. Looked in the mirror and I'm not in my warrior. Well, I looked in the mirror and not in my warrior.
Hip hop.